why I told you I was going to talk about something to do with the KNH. Now, in KNH, there is a research that is going on that concerns or that involves childhood cancer. And cancer in children is skyrocketing. There is a problem. There is a problem. When I was growing up, I used to know cancer is for the elderly. Those who are just going, they are finishing their life, they're going. Right now, cancer is in children, and it's actually alarming until it has reached a point where KNH is actually carrying out a research on what is happening to these children. Now, there's a cancer awareness walk, and I've seen they have labeled it Be Bold and Be Gold. Be Amazing, right? So there's a cancer awareness walk. Children are paying 1,500, adults are paying 2,500. And of course, that money is going to organize the events and buy you the foods and the products, they call the products. And I want you to be very keen, okay? Those of you who are following these things. And I saw these, somebody sent me a clip that was from a mainstream media. This was the advert. And then somebody sent me another poster for this. And that caught my attention because I was like, okay, what is happening with these children? But we've been talking about diets in children all through. We've talked about how to feed a pregnant woman, and then how she gives birth, and then what she feeds the child, breast milk, of course, and then how to wean off the child. We've done justice on these topics. But the weird part is, if at this moment in time we are still having walks for cancer, and that we are hoping cancer will one day die, we are in the wrong place. Let's be honest. It's not that cancer just dropped from the skies and fell into our systems and now we are suffering from these things. And this is not to criticize that work, but I want you to be very keen. If you're following these programs, just the same way you followed Olympics, just the same way you follow that diabetic walk, please take notes. Do not forget your notebook. Take notes. Listen to the talk, those guys who are giving talks. Take notes. Listen to the speakers. Take notes. Watch around the environment. Every single detail that you're seeing, take notes. We can have that conversation on Tuesday, right? We can have that conversation on Tuesday. Sometimes I tend to blame myself. Is it like I'm so observant or something? Because everything that I see happens to be a mistake. Just the same way one of you told me that the moment they just walk into a supermarket, and this is the courtesy of Brian from Uganda, this comedian guy. He said nowadays he walks into a supermarket, he sees nothing, and he can't believe that we've been fooled all along. Imagine that. Nowadays you walk into a supermarket, you will not even see ghee because people are becoming aware and they're picking the ghee. Immediately it comes, it's gone. People are becoming so aware that supermarkets are now losing businesses. And guess what? Yes, someday you might think, because somebody told me, please, Daktari, please, and this was on Gong Road. I'm headed to work in Lavington in the morning, and somebody just stops me and tells me, hey, Daktari, please, you have no idea how much lives you're changing. You might never know, but allow me to tell you, and this is a guy on a motorbike, and he tells me, bro, my name is Hassan. You have changed our lives so much, and the lives of my family, I cannot thank you enough. But I want to tell you this, please, don't ever allow them to buy you. Listen to that. Please, Daktari, for our sake, don't ever allow them to buy you. And I told him, when I was starting these, I wasn't starting these with the intention of being endorsed or being listened to or being influential or famous or even creating content. I was putting out these videos so that one day when I get old, I'll look at my YouTube channel and just smile. I had this information. And those who got it will actually have the best lives ever. And that is always my hope. We know that in these platforms, we don't live for the future. We live for the present. But if God gives us a grace or the chance to live tomorrow, because we ate healthy today, we have nothing to regret. And I was so happy because those people that I served that day, they could actually feel the vibrance. Every time I serve somebody, they know it. Anybody who has come for my physical consultations, even on online consultations, they can bear witness. I give it my all to an extent that when I ask you, do you have any questions? You tell me that everything that I wanted to ask has been answered. And the weird part is, there are people who come for my consultations They have been my followers for the longest period of time. The gentleman who came in from Kampala, man, to consult for himself and the mother. And this just got so interesting because this guy was seated there for about 30 minutes just listening to me ranting. And then at the end of the conversation, the gentleman told me, if I had this, I would not have traveled all along here because you've actually cleared every single doubt that I had. Every question that I wanted to ask about your videos on YouTube, because I've been watching your videos for the last 7.5 months. He told me, bro, I don't have any questions. You don't even have to ask me if I have a question. I don't have any questions. He produced a notebook. He had written about 13 questions that have been taken from my lives, including the challenges and the misunderstandings that are there. And he told me, you just cleared that in 30 minutes. Something that I've been unable to clear all my life. I am 43 right now. My mother is 72. And something that I've never had a chance to see clearly, I've now seen it. And that is a blessing to me. That is a reward enough. So please, if you are my follower, you know how far we've come. You know how much energy we've fought to be this bold. On all platforms, you will see the negative energy anytime. Even if I post food, something that all of us can actually come together and celebrate it. All of us, food, there will be a negative energy. Why is there no gully? Why is there's always that guy who has been there, always trying to push that negative energy. Nowadays, at least I have the guts to just block them because that negative energy does not help anymore. So we block them. But the ideal situation is we have come a long way. I'm a great fan of myself. Sometimes I go back to my videos when I was starting. Remember when I had that small board? You remember that? Hey, hey guys, thank you so much. I can't appreciate you enough. Like literally, thank you so much for being my followers and my supporters. You've done just tremendous work. And I can't thank you enough. You've been so supportive. We've reached levels that personally I would have never foreseen them because I'm a guy who never looks at tomorrow. I'm always living in the moment because I'm always conscious about life. Most of you are unconscious. Most of you are so unconscious. Remember, there were days that we used to do these lives only on TikTok without YouTube, and we used to do them on Monday in the morning. And those days I used to do a night shift. After night shift, I come here on Monday morning, I do a live. And it was interesting. We've grown all the way, and now look at us, where we are. And now we've reached a place where everybody's getting scared that Daktari might one day be bought. Imagine that. I will advise anybody who is a health content provider, please, for the sake of the public, for the sake of the nation, or the continent, or the world at large, never ever sell your soul because of money. Never. You have so much information inside you that you can actually change somebody's life, but do not be money oriented. Money is not everything. If you don't have inner peace, if you don't have the perfect peace that we talk about every day, you will sell yourself for that house in Runda. The pharmaceutical companies will buy you so expensively, and you will think that is enough until you lose relevance totally, until your goal and your purpose are gone. And now you'll be punished because the same people will take you to court, and that money will still go back to them. Look at how comedians are suffering out here. They come out, they are very funny, and then they sell their souls to the betting companies. And now everything they do, every joke they make, they must acknowledge a betting company. Now they cannot talk against the ill or the bad side of the betting companies. So imagine me being bought by a Ghee company or a pharmaceutical company, and now I have to come here and preach the opposite of what I started. Imagine that. So when I look at that, and then I look at where I've come from 102 kgs, I shed all the way to 68 kgs, and now I build back. I'm now at 74 kgs, but I added 2 kgs. I don't know if I got relaxed and happy, and I go to 76. So now I'm 76. I'm trying to bring it down again. So imagine that. Imagine how far we've come with the diets, with the fasting, with all these things that we do every other time. We remind each other, I am not perfect. I am not even the best doctor. No, I'm not. But guess what? At least and at most, I practice what I preach. You will never see me in a bar drinking alcohol. No. You will never see me somewhere betting. You'll never see me in cheap talk. You can do it. And I know the energy that comes from somebody who has attained those goals. There's a time I used to sit down and all I could do is just to talk crazy things on the timelines of people who are trying to share health information or any type of information. I was that guy. So now when I look at somebody doing such things, I understand them. Because I only pray that one day they can see light. Because when I was in the darkness, that is exactly what I was saying. I was thinking, oh, these guys, oh, what are they saying? I mean, well, how can he say diabetes is irreversible? This guy has no sense. Did he go to school? Did he? Where are his papers? That's exactly the same energy that I had back then. So when you push that energy, I believe you're headed somewhere. I actually like that enthusiasm of that energy because you are an easy person to change. Because once you try my stuff for only 1 week, I have a customer, I have a client. For those of you who want me to be who want to be my customers. Yeah? But most importantly, I have a supporter and a fan for a lifetime. Imagine that. And I will never write you a prescription unless it's necessary. Imagine that. And it gets to a point where somebody asks me, Daktari, so now that you've talked about this on my physical consultation, which drug do you think I should use? I'm like, no, I'm not going to write you any drugs. In fact, the drugs that you have are more than enough. Let's do away with this one. What is this atorvastatin doing here? Let's do away with it. And then let's start fixing the kitchen. And guess what? The stories of success are tremendous. It is just amazing. It's amusing, it's amazing, it's enjoyable, and I love what I do because that is the only way I can glorify God. By easing pain and suffering from his people. So welcome on this live. Let's jump into it. Prince of Zamunda, welcome on board. I see you, bro. I see you, bro. Gentleman is asking me what height. Hey. Hey, Zamunda, last time you asked me, what are you drinking? Are you drinking milk? Today you're asking me my height. I mean, why do you want so much information from me, bro? Eh? Sometimes I have to send you back to the sender. I have to return you back to Telegram. like last time I was drinking, this guy is looking at my lips like, hey, bro, why are you drinking? Hey, bro, don't be petty. Look at the journey. Eh? So yeah, welcome on this live. On a lighter note though, Zamunda, so don't take it personal, okay? Let's keep going. Push. Vitamin C. One of the water-soluble vitamins. Remember we said we have the water-soluble and the fat-soluble vitamins. Hi, Doc. This is Agatha. Thank you so much, Agatha, for coming through all the way from Voi. Thank you so much. Karibu sana, Agatha, on this live. I appreciate you. So yes, vitamin C. This is one of the vitamins in the water-soluble group. So it is soluble in water. And we have the fat-soluble vitamins that we'll handle later on, okay? But most importantly, vitamin C is one of the vitamins that is actually mostly abused. You know very well, we abuse it so much. Why do we abuse this vitamin C so much? Because we've been made to think that the synthetic vitamin C is actually an immune booster. We are starting there. Tunaanza kuvuruga na hapo. Now, a friend of mine during the COVID season, hey, this gentleman stocked a lot of vitamin C tablets. Why? Because, and he's a medic. I hope one day he'll get to watch this live. He's a medic. He stocked a lot of vitamin C tablets in the name of boosting our immunity and boosting all these things so that we can avoid or prevent ourselves from getting COVID. Now, those are the sweetest tablets. You take them, they are so sweet, you just want to eat a whole pack. But we will make you unlearn something about vitamin C tablets today because there are two types of vitamin C. And those of you who know, vitamin C is most of the times referred to as ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid. We will know if ascorbic acid is actually vitamin C or is just a name that is actually skewed. So yes, vitamin C, to just begin with, it is not ascorbic acid. It is not. Ascorbic acid is the thin sheath that covers or that encloses different vitamins that actually come up together to form vitamin C. One of them is vitamin B, the flavonoids. Another one is vitamin K. Another one is copper. Imagine that, tyrosine. There's an enzyme there called tyrosinase that relies on copper to be very active. Now look at this. So all those, the flavonoids, the antioxidants, are actually covered by a small or a thin sheath that is called ascorbic acid. So therefore, they just saw the need to call the entire thing ascorbic acid because the upper surface is ascorbic acid. On the inner level, you'll find different things. I've done videos about on vitamin C, and they're on my YouTube. You can actually go and check them. So now, synthetic vitamin C, which they call ascorbic acid on the tablet package, it is not vitamin C. Let's be honest. It is actually cornstarch that has been reacted with sulfuric acid. Imagine that. So as you take that sweet tablet, you're actually taking sulfuric acid and cornstarch. Remember here, we don't do corn, right? Because it has empty calories. So now they take cornstarch from Mexico. They actually react it with sulfuric acid, and then they form these vitamin C tablets, and then they add in sugar. And all of you, I hope that somebody here knows the taste of vitamin C. Is there anybody who knows how vitamin C tastes? Just say a hi if you actually know the real taste of vitamin C. Most of you don't even know the taste of vitamin C, but we know the taste of sugar. So the reason why we take those tablets is not because they have vitamin C, it's because they have sugar. So we binge ourselves on these tablets hoping that they're going to boost our immunity. But the real sense is all of us are just basically eating the sugars. And you know very well how sweet those tablets are. And they have a good pink color and a very good taste. And when you just take them, you just want to take more and more. And you're thinking, oh, now my immunity is going to be super. You still got COVID there either way. Even after taking azithromycin, taking hydroxy, and then taking vitamin C supplements, you still got COVID. Even after sanitizing your hands and wearing a mask, you still got COVID. Why? Because you cannot control viral conditions. And now, the avian flu is here. The avian flu is here. There's now a new flu, and people are yet to get vaccines for it. I saw Nigerians received the vaccine already without even asking why. Nigerians. Hey. We've not even settled down to take it in that you elected that president who was sleeping. Now we are the first ones to take the vaccine. Like literally. South Africa will be next, definitely. And then Kenya will be third. And as we take them, we head them straight to our referral hospitals. We move there, we go take those tablets, took the vaccine, we inject ourselves, and then the side effects come later on, about a year down the line, and the pharmaceutical companies come out and bring a press conference, and they say, oh, we are sorry. After selling billions of vaccines, we are so sorry that our vaccines are the reasons why you are suffering this way. We are really sorry. Oh, you have blood clots, you've suffered pulmonary embolism, you have DVT, or you have a stroke. We are sorry. We are sorry. We were just trying our best to make sure that you survive the avian flu. We were just trying our best to make sure that you survive. Okay? So at least give us benefit of doubt. Yes, we know you're suffering from a heart disease, but please, we are sorry. We were there for you. At that moment in time when you were suffering and you were so scared about the flu, we are sorry we brought you the vaccine that actually hurt you. But, we've taken billions of dollars. And we're not going to refund you any shilling of the... Hey! That company just came out to tell us about 4 years down the line. Like, hey guys, imagine our vaccine that we told you is going to help you recover from COVID, including the booster shots. That vaccine actually causes myocarditis. Imagine, 4 years down the line, after people have suffered menstrual issues, after people have suffered heart attacks, and now they come out. They have been silent all through. Media trying to follow them, and of course, media is just crazy. Just trying to sell numbers. Trying to follow them everywhere for an interview. Nobody's holding an interview. And they come out later on and say, oh, that vaccine was so bad. But don't worry. There's a next flu that is coming who will improve. And guess what we do? We trust them. We believe them because they bought our governments. They bought our governments. So, vitamin C, a lot of components inside it. And vitamin C is rich in things that you cannot even imagine. The lemon peels. Imagine, the lemon peels, highest content of vitamin C in that lemon. And as you take the juice, that is fructose. That is not vitamin C. Fructose will block the absorption of vitamin C. Understand this, that if you try to Google, the keyboard warriors, go on Google right now and simply type ascorbic acid versus what? Versus fructose, the chemical structure. Just Google that. The chemical structure of ascorbic acid and the chemical structure of fructose. Compare the two structures. They nearly look the same. And guess what? The absorption receptors in the gut, these two are competing for the same receptors for absorption in the gut. And you think your body is stupid. The body is not stupid. The body will actually prefer something that gives it a reward of feeling good. And what is that? Sugar, which is fructose. The first, actually the number one on the list of the sweetest sugars. Fructose. So as you take the lemon juice, hoping that this is now, vitamin C, the richest source of vitamin C, you're actually getting fructose from it. And the amount of vitamin C that you will absorb from the lemon juice is very limited. If you're intending to get vitamin C from a lemon, prefer the lemon pills. It will come with flavonoids, it will come with vitamin C, it will come with antihistamines, so you'll benefit more from the lemon pills over the lemon juice. Okay? So imagine that. Imagine something like fermented cabbage. And when you tell somebody to make their own fermented cabbage, they tell you, this one will smell. They've not even tried it, but they are quick to tell you, I cannot make that. That will smell. It will smell so bad. And I open it up for them in the office and tell them, is there any smell here? They're like, okay. And I put up videos of making the sauerkraut fermented cabbage. It's better you try and fail. When you try and fail, that's understandable. We can actually work our way around that. You'll do it, and then become a guru at it. But when you're giving up without even trying, So as you take those tablets hoping that they're going to boost your immunity, you're wasting time. Simply go for the natural form of vitamin C that the body can easily absorb and assimilate. And that does not come with sugar, because the lemon peels do not come with sugar. Simply cut them into small pieces, soak them in warm water. Do not use hot water, because vitamin C is destroyed by heat. So use warm water. Soak the lemon peels in warm water, add some salt. Let it soak for about 10 to 20 minutes. Drink that water. And you can actually sieve the water and then press the lids. Not the lids, the peels. And then now drink that water in the morning and move. That is the richest content of vitamin C. Or when you're breaking a fast, simply do a fermented cabbage. The one we have done today on my platforms, I've posted my breakfast today. So fermented cabbage plus an avocado. Very essential. Chili peppers that you say, they give me gastritis. You know, when I take these cayenne or chili peppers, I get the reflux. But you're the same person who has 20 liters of seed oils in your house. You're the same person who just walked from KFC to eat MSG. You're just the same person who just took 4 chapatis at lunch hour plus beans. And you dropped with soda every day. And now, and energy drinks in the gym. But you're the first one to tell me, doctor, if I eat cayenne peppers, I get the reflux. I was told to avoid acidic foods because they give me reflux. You are the problem. Food has never been a problem. You are the problem. Because you don't eat food, you eat products, and then you blame foods for what products cost you. There is this lemon juice and lemon soda and lemon drink. You know it? That they lie to you, rich in vitamin C. I mean, which soda is rich in vitamin C? Which one? Please, by the way, let's start there. Which soda do you think is rich in vitamin C? The one that you've thought all through, that this soda has a high content of vitamin C. If I drink this one, I feel so good. I am excited that it has high content of vitamin C. I am going to get healthy. There's that one. There's another one that is rich in tangawizi. Rich in tangawizi. Is that fortified with tangawizi? Fortified with vitamin C. All of you are getting it right. Yes, that soda that starts with K and ends with T. All of us grew up knowing that this is vitamin C. But have you ever read the ingredients? I was so astonished that the ingredients has vitamin C in form of ascorbic acid. We will talk about the ascorbic acid that is actually present in these products. You will see. And then it has quinine. Quinine, an anti-malarial. What is it doing in soda? Please, if you think I'm lying, simply Google that name of that soda right now, the ingredients. You will see. Quinine. And you're wondering why people are dying from cerebral malaria when they've been drinking this soda all through. We have now resistance of malaria, and now we only have the AL and artesunate. Even the quinine injection has been reserved for just emergency purposes. Because now it's becoming so resistant. And imagine if you have resistance of AL and artesunate. People will just die from malaria all through. So imagine that. So you believe a soda has vitamin C, but let me tell you, these are the three things that actually destroy vitamin C. One is heating. Number two is processing. Is soda not processed? Number three is storage and preservation. Storage and preservation. So by the time you're taking that soda, all the three have been achieved. It's the same thing with people who tell me, I take yogurt for the sake of my gut bacteria as a probiotic. It's written on organic and it's a probiotic. But it has preservatives. Which bacteria can survive in something that has a preservative? And then when I say pasteurization destroys the bacteria, they tell me, oh, the bacteria is actually added in after pasteurization. I tell them, okay, perfect, well done. But how about the preservative? Yeah? How about the preservative? What is the preservative doing in yogurt? And then the same yogurt has microorganisms. I thought a preservative is supposed to destroy these microorganisms. Science, tunaachia hapo, we get into common sense, right? So do not believe everything that is written on the package. Do not. So soda has, yes, Welbert has just brought it here. This is the ingredients: sugar, acidulant, citric acid, ascorbic acid, sodium citrate, and emulsifiers. These are just part of it. Continue. Allow me to just check that for you clearly, because you've gone straight to it, and let me just show you. Hold on. Just hold on until we clear this up. We can't. Yes, this is on Google, so this is there. First, they start with the description: green crown cup and logo, and a diamond yellow color, and then it's actually labeled bitter lemon. So it has carbonated water, it has sugar, it has an acidulant, it has citric acid and sodium citrate, it has emulsifiers, it has a preservative that is called benzyl benzoate and sodium benzoate. It has a natural and artificial flavoring, of course. Do you know what artificial flavoring is? Hello? Artificial flavor? Which one is that? The one that is in the chicken? And then it has ascorbic acid, and then quinine, 40 milligrams. Yeah. I am not crazy. I am not crazy. That is the soda. Yeah. The one that has vitamin C. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Now, so I've told you those three things that actually destroy vitamin C. Move on and see the function of vitamin C. Why do we get so carried away with vitamin C, and why do we use it? Because of these functions. Number one, you cannot absorb iron without vitamin C. Hello, you cannot absorb iron without vitamin C. Therefore, people who are using hematinic supplements, whether the tablets, the folic acid, and the iron sulfate, or the liquid ones, the one that has blood drops, you know it. There's this famous one that is expensive, red and white box, and it comes with the box has blood drops and all that. And then we have the other one that comes with like a vial. You can break it, drink it. You know it? People who have kidney problems are given that one. And then we have the injections, the iron sucrose injections. All these things, we are taking them. And as we take them, we are hoping that we can absorb the iron in them, because they are called iron supplements. But listen, you're taking iron supplements on a stomach that is actually messed up. It is inflamed. You've been suffering from gastritis. By the time you go to low blood levels, it means you are unable to absorb iron from the gut, which means you have a messed up gut. So you've not even fixed the gut. Number two, the acid in the stomach is so weak that you cannot liberate iron from the red meat, from the liver, from the egg yolks. Imagine that. And from the green leafy vegetables. And number three, now you're taking a supplement that comes with side effect. It is a synthetic supplement. The body is unable to actually assimilate it. But most importantly, you're taking that supplement without vitamin C. And if you have vitamin C, you're taking another supplement for vitamin C, which is synthetic ascorbic acid, cornstarch plus sulfuric acid. Disaster after disaster after disaster after disaster. And then they will tell me, oh, you know me, that the one that is a liquid one, starts with an R and ends with an N. That supplement helped me when I was pregnant. My blood levels were 0, and then no, it did not. Because when they tell you to take that supplement, they tell you to improve your diet, right? They tell you to go and take the beetroots. They tell you to go and take the green leafy vegetables, the liver. So you actually survive because of the diet, not because of a synthetic supplement. If that was the case, why don't they just tell you not to eat any foods at all and to take that supplement? Please try and see what happens. Keep eating wheat, keep eating seed oils and the corn, and please just take the supplement alone and see what happens. Why do they further advise you to eat healthy and then combine it with this supplement? Because they know it cannot work. They know. So you can hardly absorb iron in the duodenum without a strong acid and without vitamin C, because vitamin C plus HCl helps you absorb iron, and vitamin C is the one that reduces ferric to ferrous. Please hold on. Ferric is the ion that has a 3 positive up there. You see, ion is Fe, right? So we have Fe3 plus and Fe2 plus. The active substance that you can absorb in your gut is Fe2 plus, which is the ferrous. But the Fe3 plus, it cannot be absorbed. But that is what is in diets. That is what is in those supplements. So for you to liberate it, you have to reduce it from 3 plus to 2 plus. Now this is where chemistry comes in. For those of you who sat near the window, a very good point here from Health Talk. Beans, wheat, oats, spinach inhibit iron absorption. I'll talk about that also. So imagine this. Yeah. Vitamin C reduces ferric to ferrous, iron 3 to iron 2, for you to absorb it in the gut. And now you're taking all these foods without vitamin C. You are running away from fermented cabbage. You're running away from green leafy vegetables, because of course they give me the acid. They give me acids in the stomach, hyperacidity, the way you call it. And you're failing to understand nutrition is not difficult until somebody opens your eyes up. You need vitamin C plus the hydrochloric acid in the stomach for you to absorb iron. Yeah. So, number 2, vitamin C is a reducing agent. It has to reduce ferric to ferrous for you to absorb it in the duodenum. Perfect. Number 3, vitamin C together with vitamin E, they are antioxidants. Now remember, vitamin C is supposed to be used to treat that scurvy, the ones that people have bleeding gums and all that, okay, and the discolored teeth. Vitamin C comes in handy to treat that, and even those who have bleeding skin, because when you have lack of vitamin C, you will not form collagen. You start bleeding through the skin, and the blood vessels become very weak. They can actually rupture. You will have very bad gums, the gum disease. But this is the point. People who smoke cigarettes can actually benefit most from vitamin C, because vitamin C, you've seen how people who smoke cigarettes, how their lips and their gums look like, and their teeth. And why are you even smoking cigarettes in the first place? Hey, cigarette smoking is involved in 98% of health conditions. And if you're hoping that that company along Lunga Lunga Road is going to close just to save your life, it's not going to close. That company has been there from back then. It is a British company. That company, I remember when Her Excellency Beth Mugo was the Minister for Health. She tried to draft something, and I've seen a snippet of her book. She tried to draft laws that were supposed to protect people from cigarette smoking, and that company was going to make a lot of losses. That is the time she went down the road with that ministry. It was the time of Kibaki. It became so chaotic, because that company cannot allow to lose a single shilling just because somebody stopped smoking cigarettes. They will do anything to make sure that you are a smoker. They will. Because once a smoker, coming out of that demon of smoking, and it's implicated in most of these conditions. So actually, the cigarette companies are the best friends to the pharmaceutical companies, right? Imagine in my country, nicotine as a pure substance is illegal, but nicotine in a cigarette is legal. Hello? If you're caught with nicotine as a pure substance, you'll be jailed, and the fines are very, very huge. And the sentences, crazy. But nicotine in a cigarette is okay, right? So it's not the same nicotine. Hii ni a cigara. This one is from a cigarette. So go and smoke it. And nicotine induces its own metabolism. What does that mean? When you smoke a cigarette, that goes into the system, it goes into the liver, it's broken down so fast, and then the same nicotine activates the further breakdown of that nicotine. And immediately you finish that smoke, by the time you're getting into 15 minutes, already you don't have nicotine in the system, the body's asking for more. That's how you end up smoking a whole pack without even knowing. No, my son. So if you are a smoker or you are walking out of smoking and you want your gums and your teeth to become better, vitamin C is actually something for you. So fermented cabbage, green leafy vegetables, lemon peels, all these are very good sources for you. Another function of vitamin C. I told you vitamin E is another antioxidant. So the liver uses vitamin E and vitamin C to clear those reactive oxygen species that are caused by seed oils in the system. But most importantly, when you bind this vitamin E to this reactive oxygen species, it leaves the system because you know detoxify the system. But vitamin C does a tremendous work in liberating or regenerating that vitamin E. So for you to actually have optimum amounts of vitamin E in the system, you need vitamin C. Amazing, right? So vitamin C is a great vitamin. But above all, it is involved in formation of collagen. How many of you take collagen supplements from that company? Collagen supplements, people who have arthritis, people who have a risk of hypertension and stroke, taking collagen supplements, people who have very weak bones, collagen supplements. You're taking collagen supplements without knowing that you only need vitamin C to actually activate your system to start producing collagen. You can easily take red meat, you can easily take the bone broth, you can easily take all the animal proteins and then add on vitamin C and you will get enough collagen for your system. Imagine that. Natural ways of survival, but you are somebody who loves quick fix, right? You want quick fix. You want collagen supplements to look fancy because supplements just came in the other day and now they're a multi-billion-dollar industry. But vitamin C is the one that is involved in formation of collagen that covers your blood vessel, that makes your bones. Very important. So if you have low vitamin C, you start bleeding all over. And therefore anemia is coming in. And then remember I put up a post that was talking about methemoglobinemia. Methemoglobinemia, that's the name. Somebody's asking me, does nicotine patch / gum contain nicotine? But you just mentioned nicotine patch. Did you ask me that question? It's like asking me, does cow milk come from a cow? I'm yet to see cow milk coming from a goat. So yes, it does contain nicotine. It does. And some of the patches contain higher content of nicotine. So when somebody is actually avoiding cigarette smokes and goes for the chewing gums or for the patches, they realize the amount of nicotine that they're taking into the system goes even higher. And by the time they're coming back to cigarettes, they're smoking a higher number of cigarettes. Imagine that. Oh, whoa, system lies. Yeah. Now, methemoglobinemia. What is happening to TikTok? Let's make it happen. Methemoglobinemia is a condition. Let me just make this. Good. Methemoglobinemia, which is another function of vitamin C, to help you cure or walk out of that methemoglobinemia. This is where the red blood cells are dysfunctional. They have a very bad shape. Why? Because the hemoglobin inside the red blood cell that actually carries the oxygen is now defective. And why is it defective? Because of deficiency of vitamin C, which actually is supposed to convert ferric to ferrous. So your red blood cells are gorged with ferric, and they are having these crazy shapes. They cannot carry enough oxygen to the tissues. And now you start having that blue skin. We call it cyanosis, because you cannot carry oxygenated blood all over the body. And that's a dangerous condition. You know that? You can actually pass out from that. So simply take vitamin C. That vitamin C will get into the cells. It will help you reduce ferric to ferrous, and this condition is gone. That's simple. But not the vitamin C supplements, no. And then vitamin C, finally, it is involved in formation of ferritin. Ferritin is the storage form of iron. Iron is called ferrous. So when you hear ferritin, it's the same thing, ferrous, ferritin. But ferritin is the storage form of iron in the liver. So vitamin C is needed for you to form that ferritin. So without vitamin C, automatically anemia is coming in, methemoglobinemia is coming in, scurvy is coming in, bleeding through gums, bleeding through the skin, and all over the organs is actually coming in. Very weak bones are coming in because of low collagen. Iron absorption is going to go down. Even when you're eating those omena and you don't have vitamin C and you don't have a fixed gut, you're wasting time. So now you already know the deficiencies of the deficiency conditions for vitamin C. And I told you, vitamins, fats, and protein, these are the three foods, micro and macronutrients, that actually come with deficiency conditions. So if you don't eat them, there's a deficiency attached to it. But carbohydrates do not have any deficiency condition. So stop telling us that carbohydrates are necessary. They are not necessary. They don't have a deficiency condition. And they are not the only sources of energy. Fats are, proteins are. Somebody who tells you that carbohydrates are energy giving, that is a crook. That's an evil person. They're evil. They sat near the window because they don't even understand lipogenesis or lipolysis. They don't even understand that proteogenesis or proteolysis. You can actually break down protein to get glucose, to get energy. You can actually break down fats to get energy, super energy. But somebody's there sitting there telling you, because they're addicts of sugars and carbohydrates, they're telling you, oh, you must take carbohydrates to get energy. Carbohydrates are survival foods. Look straight into their eyes and ask them, that doctor of yours, ask him, Daktari, what is the deficiency condition for carbohydrates? Hiyo tu swali inatosha. Si amesema, carbohydrates are energy giving foods. Ask him, what is the deficiency condition for carbohydrates? If I don't eat them, what will I suffer from? Crickets. Oh, low energy. But low energy is not a deficiency condition. Crickets. Now you start sieving the true against the evil. Okay? Good. So now let's continue. Most importantly on vitamin C, there's one thing I was almost leaving out. Vitamin C, actually two things. One, vitamin C behaves like oxytocin. Those of you who know oxytocin is the hormone that actually causes the contraction of the uterus so that you can give birth. So therefore, vitamin C on extremely high doses, it can actually terminate a pregnancy. Why? Because it causes those contractions of the uterus. Now, I'm not telling you to go and take a whole pack of vitamin C tablets hoping to get rid of that pregnancy. You will just die. Just told you it has the same effect as oxytocin. And yes, it's also the love hormone, the one that keeps bonding. And that's the reason why when a mother is breastfeeding, they produce this oxytocin. It gives them the bond between them and the child. You're wondering, why is it that this mother, when they hold this child, the child goes silent? And you as the father, when you try to hold the child is noisy all night. Yeah? Like, hey, mtoto anipendi. Bro, work on your oxytocin. Anyway, number two, vitamin C has two components of the ascorbic acid. One part of the ascorbic acid is what we call D-ascorbic acid, and the other one is L-ascorbic acid. This is why it gets interesting. Same to MSG. So L-ascorbic acid is the natural and the one that is active. You can easily absorb it. You can easily change your system entirely. So that is the L one. The D one is the one that is actually, I'm suspecting, is present in all these processed foods that you're taking and these fortified foods. And this D1 is the one that is easily oxidized. And guess, when you oxidize ascorbic acid, what do you form? You form oxalic acid. Hello? Can I go slow? Eh? Please, if you're sitting near the window, it's time for you to close the windows. Come back here, okay? Vitamin C, aka ascorbic acid, the D form, easily oxidized to form oxalic acid. Now, most of your elderly people are actually taking calcium supplements, right? Because of the weak bones and all that, and arthritis. The ones that they take every single day for 30 days, either calcium sandos or the osteocares and all that. Also, most of the green leafy vegetables contain calcium, including the spinach. Now, when you're busy taking calcium supplements and you are also an old person, so you need immunity, and they give you vitamin C supplements, what is going to happen that vitamin C supplement is going to be converted to oxalic acid, and then you're going to absorb it, and as it goes out through the kidneys, it's going to encounter the calcium that came in with the calcium supplements, and that now forms calcium oxalate. Calcium oxalate is the most common type of kidney stones. And now when you have kidney stones, your doctor will still maintain you on calcium supplements, but tell you to stay away from spinach. Right? Stay away from spinach. But yes, spinach has calcium. But that is natural calcium, has no problem anyway. But anyway, even if it has a problem, you're not taking synthetic vitamin C, so it will not oxidize to form oxalic acid that will react with the calcium to form calcium oxalate that will now start blocking your urine system. And you know how painful urine stones are, the kidney stones are? Crazy. Now, people who've been diagnosed with HIV, they are taking a drug that is called cotrimoxazole, the Septrin. That is a drug that if you take it, they tell you to take it with a lot of water. And the reason why they are saying that is because they expect that if you take it with a lot of water, it will become soluble and it leaves the system, because the side effect of that drug is crystal urea. It forms crystals in urine. So you urinate crystals, very painful. So you tell me that drug is not soluble in water, but they'll still tell you that you have to take that drug with a lot of water, as though if you take sand and you put it in water in a bucket and then you add water, if you add more water, does it make this sand soluble? Like sometimes I don't know where we get these issues from. Something that is not soluble in water, even if you add the volume of water, it will not be soluble in water. It is not soluble in water. Hata ufanye nini? Uchukue kitu iko insoluble in water and add a lot of water in it. It will not be soluble. Sand is insoluble in water regardless of how much water you're using, regardless of the volume of water. So somebody who has HIV and they are on calcium supplements, and now they are eating, they are taking the vitamin C supplements because they think it's going to boost their immunity, because they are told that your immune system is low, so you have to take vitamin C supplements, the ascorbic acid supplements, to help you. You're going to oxidize this vitamin C to get oxalic acid. You're going to use that calcium supplement that you're using, you'll get hypertension. That is one. Number two, it will precipitate in the kidneys as it's getting out, because it's going to react with the oxalic acid to form calcium oxalate crystals, and these are the kidney stones. So drop calcium supplements, drop synthetic vitamin C. Drop the foods that are fortified with vitamin C. It is ascorbic acid, it is synthetic. It is not the natural form of ascorbic acid. Drop it. I thought you should know. Now, allow me to market my platforms as we continue. Thank you so much for all of you who are here, all of you who are liking the live, who are sharing it, who just took time to be here to just enjoy this live and this conversation. Thank you. Number two, I have two YouTube channels. One is Health and Wellness Sport, the one that we are rolling live on right now. The biggest YouTube channel in matters health at this moment in time. Unopposed. Health and Wellness Sport. Go there and subscribe. Just do that. Just go and press that subscription button so that we can grow together. As I help you grow in terms of health, you also help me grow in terms of the numbers. Why? Because numbers don't lie. When we are many, we can actually call the shots. Thank you for that. Number two, another YouTube channel is called HAWS, H-A-W-S, with Dr. Lewis. That is our backup account. So please go there and also subscribe, just in case this one, they come after it, because of course we say things that don't actually impress them. So when they come after this channel and they give us those strikes, you can actually move to HAWS with Dr. Lewis and we continue with the conversations. Number two, On TikTok, I have 2 accounts. One is this main account, 220, I think 21,000 subscribers or followers. This one is my major account, the one that I'm doing a live on right now. Follow me, please. Up there, just follow. You will learn a lot from this channel. And come there with an open mind, because if you come there with a closed mind, you're going to have problems. So go there and follow, like the content, enjoy the content. This is free. Another channel on this platform, thank you so much for following. Another platform on TikTok is actually Dr. Lewis Muchile. Now, I exist on other different platforms, but the most important one that I would love you to join in, which has free speech and it's easy for us to just put out information the way it is Telegram. On Telegram, I exist as Health and Wellness Sport. Please go search Health and Wellness Sport, and once you search that, you get it. It has the same logo that is on these platforms, the white, blue, and red logo. Go there, join in, join the conversation. Once you join in, it will automatically send you to the chat, so you can air your views there. Okay, you can ask questions there. You will be answered by the likes of Akina Zamunda, Akina Miki are there, Akina Jay Opande are there. Most of these people who are here are there. Saf is there also. Most people here are actually there. So join that platform. The rest, Facebook, Lewis Muchile. Instagram, Lewis Muchile. X, formerly known as Twitter, Lewis Muchile. You can never lack me on those platforms. So go and do yourself justice. Number 2, I have a weight loss program that runs every single month. We alternate it. This month we do a 3-month program. The other month we do a 2-month program. So that when they are ending, the two end together, and then they join into a support group, my support group, so that we can continue with your health goals as you go ahead. So you can never lack on joining these platforms. Now, this month we are rolling a 2-month weight loss program that will start on Sunday. So we are closing up the payments tomorrow in the evening, so that we create time to give calls to those who have actually come in, and then we introduce you to the new journey as we start it on Sunday and Monday. Okay, so if you've not paid, you can actually use the office contact that I'm using, or you can actually book your slot using this 0707 07 47 22. That is my number, the office number. You can use that to book for that slot. I've pinned it on YouTube, and Mickey has pinned it on Telegram. Thank you so much, Mickey. So use that to book your appointments for that weight loss program that starts on Sunday. Next month, there will be another one, a 3-month program, but all of them run through the same procedures, only that one is aggressive. Telegram and Health and Wellness Sport Princess. Now, on that note, the same contact, remember it's my office contact, so you can use that contact to book for your online consultations that happen every evening. When I leave work, the first thing I do after breaking my fast, of course, is to have a conversation with those people who have booked for their online consultations. You have a very good hour to ask all those questions, to know your health condition, and to know the therapy for that. And we make it interesting, we make it educative, and you will love it, because we do it professionally. Also, we have physical consultations that happen every end of the month in Nairobi. We have an office in Nairobi, in Lavington. Please use the same contact to book earlier, so that you can be allocated a space or a position, so that we can have these conversations face to face. It's very interesting, and those of you who have been there, Mohammed is actually saying he has been part of them and he knows how they go. Agatha has been part of that. She knows how we do it. So it's a very interesting part. I don't call it a consultation room. I call it a conversations corner, because we have all these conversations that are educative and they open your third eye all over. I'm yet to realize somebody who has actually gone through my programs and came out still complaining. I'm yet to see. You can easily see from the pictures, from the testimonial Tuesdays that I post on all my platforms. You will see the energy is just positive. So use that contact to do inquiries, and please simply send a text, or you can text through WhatsApp and you'll be responded to. Okay, some of you like calling at late night, and you've just realized you have a problem now at midnight, and now you want to talk to Daktari urgently. That is my office contact, not my direct contact. So through that, you'll be booked a space to have a conversation with us. Okay, so yeah. And we also have merchandise. We sell fermented cabbage, we sell roasted coffee, and we sell tallow. I'm yet to bring you more merchandise, so that you can support our channel through that. And I think that's the best support you can offer to us, buying our merchandise, so that you can promote us. We use that fund to actually improve most of the things here, and also grow as a people and as a channel. You actually, when you buy that fermented cabbage, you are actually creating employment to a lot of people You just don't know. So as much as we are touching you with healthy living, you're also touching other people and other families, because you're actually creating employment for them. So thank you so much for being supportive, and may God keep you safe and for long. Okay? Good. That aside, vitamin C is gone. Let's talk about the fat soluble vitamins as we summarize them. And now you can actually start requesting to be in so that we can have this conversation with you on TikTok. Okay? Now, fat soluble vitamins, from the word fat soluble, you cannot absorb them without them dissolving in fat. This is the reason why I tell you to eat fatty meats. Imagine you eating lean meat plus vegetables, a waste of those vegetables. Vegetables come with vitamins and minerals, but these vitamins that are fat soluble, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, you cannot absorb them without them dissolving in fat. Okay? And that is the saturated fat, not the liquid cooking oils that you guys consume all the time, the seed oils, which don't have any vegetables. So these are the names for these vitamins. Vitamin K is called phytoquinone. That is K1. K2 is menaquinone. Do not struggle cramming these names. Just know when you read on that tablet or on that capsule that is written on vitamin K supplement, this is what you will see. You will see either phytoquinone or menaquinone. That will be vitamin K1 and K2. Most importantly, vitamin K1. Why? Oh no, K2. Why? Because when you're trying to absorb vitamin D, or when you're trying to take vitamin D supplements, you must take them with vitamin K2, either an injection or a supplement. Why? Because vitamin K2 is the one that, or K3 is the one that actually sends vitamin D and the calcium from the bloodstream into the bones. So you need it. Vitamin E are the ones that are called tocopherols or tocotrienols. Do not cram it. Vitamin D, of course, cholecalciferol. Why cholecalciferol? Cholesterol. So vitamin D comes from cholesterol. One of the functions of cholesterol is production of vitamin D. And then vitamin A, which is of course carotene. Now, all of you are aware of the functions already. We know vitamin K plays a very important role in blood clotting. We know vitamin E is an antioxidant, but for you to get more of vitamin E, you need vitamin C. We just talked about it, right? We know vitamin D is actually one that promotes bone growth and development. It's actually very important for kidney function. It's actually important for your immune system. So vitamin D is very necessary for that. And then also your skin. And then vitamin A, of course, vision. You need it for vision. So if you don't have vitamin A, no vision for you. If you don't have vitamin K, you'll bleed to death. If you don't have vitamin D, very weak bones and rickets in children, very poor immunity. If you don't have vitamin E, toxins will build up in your system because it's an antioxidant together with vitamin C. But most importantly, vitamin E also plays a role in the retina. So when you have retinopathy, if you don't have diabetes, then start considering vitamin E, because it's actually one that actually the deficiency can cause retinopathy. Also anemia and neurological issues, nerve problems, numbness, low IQ in children, vitamin E is coming in there. And vitamin E is actually rich in the pumpkin, in the nuts, and most importantly, in the pumpkin seeds. So do not wait for me to go and process the pumpkin seeds and bring them to you packaged and selling them in the supermarket shelves. Simply buy a pumpkin, cook it plus the seeds, and enjoy everything. Do not throw anything away. Vitamin D, of course, rickets, osteomalacia, and low immunity. Vitamin K, bleeding, and this condition in children that is called hemophilia. Vitamin A, those people who have very bad skin and they go and buy the vitamin A supplements, the acne. Check your hormone profile. If you have high estrogen, you'll have cystic acne. So go and lower estrogen through fasting and eating healthy, dropping the hormonal contraceptives. Number 2, vitamin A, night vision. If you're struggling to see mostly during very wee hours of the evening, vitamin A is coming in handy. So blindness is actually a vitamin A deficiency. And then of course, vitamin A is one of the vitamins that actually plays a very important role in immunity and fighting viruses for that matter. So I would have recommended, instead of giving us vitamin C supplements during COVID, they should have given you vitamin A supplements. At least they would have made sense. And then vitamin A plays a very important role in teeth and bone development in children. Okay? Yeah. So those people who have very dry skin, very bad vision, simply start considering vitamin A. Do not wait for me to bring you vitamin S supplements and skin products that have tretinoin and all that. Just go and find it. Okay? Good. So, the richest sources of these things, the fat-soluble vitamins, the liver, the green leafy vegetables, the egg and the egg yolks, the fatty meats, fish, chicken skin. So those of you who strip off the chicken skin because it will give you cholesterol, now you know the chicken skin rich in these vitamins. Those are the sources. And actually, allow me to just take you through the normal sources for each one of them. Okay, so for vitamin K, of course, you cannot lack fermented cabbage. So somebody who's taking fermented cabbage has vitamin K, has vitamin C, has probiotics, has prebiotics, has lactic acid, all these. And then fermented foods are actually digested so fast and absorbed easily. So imagine vitamin K is rich in sauerkraut, the green leafy vegetables, also the cruciferous vegetables, the broccoli, cauliflower, eggplant, carrots, cucumbers, all of them. But ladies, cucumbers. Ladies, cucumbers and carrots. Cucumbers will go extinct. We talked about foreign objects when we were talking about vaginitis. Do you remember? Please consider that, ladies. Anyway, fish, the liver, egg yolks, and meats, all of all of them have vitamin K. Vitamin E, almonds. That's why I tell you to consume nuts, groundnuts, avocados, fish, bell peppers, chili peppers, pumpkins, and pumpkin seeds. Hey, Zamunda, you are spoiled, brother. At the eggplant. Yeah, there was this show I was watching. Was it watching? No, listening to. This guy called Jubal from South Africa. And there was a lady who was so upset because the gentleman sent him the eggplant emojis. A lot of them after the first date. This lady was like, "Aye, yeah, this guy is actually trying to win me for the second date." And he has about 10 emojis. What is the message? Now the guy is saying, no. That when I just typed vegetables, that is the first vegetable emoji that came there. So he decided to just put it there. I was like, aye. Aye. Wewe. Acha kutudanganya bwana. Anyway. So yeah, vitamin D, fatty fish. So that not waste your money going to buy cod liver oil, the synthetic one. Simply buy fish. We have the salmon, we have the sardines, the omena, we have mushrooms, we have egg yolks again, liver, beef, and imagine liver, beef, and eggs, literally all of them. And when I tell you to eat 6 to 8 eggs, you're like, why? We have all of them present in the egg, the liver, and the fish. Okay. Also, vitamin D, chicken skin, and then vitamin A, liver, fish, eggs again. Butter, cheese, greens. How can you miss out on those foods? So you tell me again, when we talked about the water-soluble vitamins, we said that the water-soluble vitamins, when you just eat healthy, you can never lack them. Now tell me, if you eat red meat, fatty meat, you eat chicken, you eat fish, you eat sardines, you eat green leafy vegetables and avocado and nuts, which fat-soluble vitamin are you going to miss? Which one? If you're eating the liver, you're eating the eggs, you're eating the fish, you're eating sardines, you're eating meat, fatty meats for that matter, and then you're eating green leafy vegetables and an avocado as your only fruit, which vitamin are you going to miss out? And when we're talking about water-soluble vitamins, we simply mention the same foods without mentioning fruits. So when you tell me fruits are healthy, what are you telling me? Oh, they come with vitamins. But the same vitamins are all over here. So what are you missing out just because you do not eat fruits? Nothing. The only thing you're missing out is the sugar that's coming with the fruits. If it's fiber, it's in the vegetables. If it's vitamins, it's here. All of them are here. The fat-soluble and water-soluble, all of them are here. But you are an addict to sugar and you're sticking to fruits and you're lying to us that you eat fruits because they're healthy. Yet you don't even know the taste of the vitamins. You don't even know the color. You don't even know if those fruits have vitamins. What you are sure is that they have sugar. That's why when you eat it and it doesn't have sugar, you drop it. You say, oh, now mama wa fruits hajanipea nzuri, zimeharibika, hata si tamu. You're an addict of sugar in denial. On this note, I want you to note these things. 1, vitamin D is coming from cholesterol. Cholesterol is stored under your skin. And this cholesterol that is stored under your skin, have you ever just rubbed your skin or hurt your skin, you'll see a white thing? That is actually fat stored in form of cholesterol. So that cholesterol is inactive vitamin D. And for you to actually make it more inactive, you must get the sun. That's why I tell you to enjoy the sun. And guess what they tell you? Avoid the sun because the sun will give you skin cancer. When you avoid the sun, you end up getting skin cancer. And then they come with the, the anti-cancer medications. When you avoided the sun, tomorrow they're having a walk for cancer awareness. These are children who were born through CS, children who have lived in a house that has molds. The house is so cold. The windows are super closed and tinted. There is no light coming in. They don't even have a balcony. And they are thinking just because they live in Nairobi, they are living the best lives. Parents are thinking, oh, we are civilized. We cannot go to the villages. Why would we go to the villages? We have a good job here. You're sticking in towns and your children are suffering because of just missing the sun. A simple thing. You wake up your child at 4 a.m. They are standing on the bus stop. By 6 a.m., this child is so drained already. They sit in a bus and the next thing they are doing is sleeping. By the time they're getting to school, they are sitting under an AC because you're so civilized. They eat very bad foods in that school. The sausages, the bacon. Sometimes they're made chips. They're given chicken that is, this broiler chicken that has a lot of estrogen. Then you start wondering where my child got cancer from. Now you're going for a walk. Start wondering, where is my child getting all these allergies from? Why is my teenage son having all these erectile issues? Why do I have fatty children? Very fat children at age of 7, 8, 9. A 13-year-old girl looking like a 45-year-old woman. And now her self-esteem is going down because everybody is actually targeting her, telling her, I wanna come, say. Parents, you just kill your children. See those children with pot bellies. A child having a serious pot belly. Thighs are touching each other. He cannot even, a lot of friction between the thighs. This is a child. Snoring in that bus as they head to school. And in school, the teachers are so lazy, they are so weird. They are now indoctrinating these agendas of the West into their children. The LGXYZ agenda is coming in. Now the child comes from school, is dropped at the gate, no playing, covered in shoes and all that. Comes, sits in the sitting room. You've given them a PS5. PUBG, PS5 ndo hii, PUBG. This other one is seated there watching soap opera. The girl knows programs on TV from 7 a.m. all the way to 12. As they finish Afro cinema, they sleep on the couch. Tomorrow the same procedure. Child sleeps at midnight, wakes up at 4. Who are you raising? Zombies? Now you're asking, where are these conditions coming from? They're actually coming from you. And you say, oh, it's in the genes. It's not in the genes. It's in the diet. It's in the lifestyle that you're giving these children. And the only time these children see at least some light is in the evening when they are walking fat dogs along the streets. I see them all the time. A dog is so obese, so you've actually transferred your bad eating habits to the dogs. Now a dog is obese, and now a child finds company in a fat dog because all of them are fat anyway. And when you're told your child is fat, you start catching feelings. You hate children. Oh, you are fatphobic. Fatangoa. Hey, where? What are you raising, guys? What are we raising? I mean, your mother raised you well. You became lean. You just got to get fat when you started getting a pay slip. You are born when you're being bathed in that warm water on the sun. You enjoy it. You tap in the water and you feel good. And now your mother is applying petroleum jelly on your back and stretching your legs while the back is facing the sun. Now what are you doing? What are you doing? You leave your children with a maid. At 3 months, you're already going back to work because you prefer career over, over motherhood. And now you see one clip of a maid stepping on a baby and you're like, that is so evil. No, you are evil because you don't love your children. If you love the children, you will be there. It's that simple. And again, this trickles down to the men. Men have become males. They are so weak, they cannot provide. They want to share bills. Now your woman at 3 months going to work. Now leaving home milk formulas. that have MSG, that have all these preservatives, and your children are suffering, and then you come and wonder, how did my child get cancer? Oh, but my family does not have cancer, but your diet has cancer. It does. On Sundays, Sunday is coming. As people are fasting, because we fast during the weekends to break those bad habits. We break a fast on Sunday evening. But you, there, binging your child on seed oils, soda every time. You are sitting this child in KFC and Pizza Inn on Sunday because you're a modern parent, right? The child eats a whole pizza alone, and then gallops a 500 ml soda alone, belches all the way to the pharmacy to take omeprazole. And you're still thinking that you're a good parent. Good for who? If that's how you were raised, you didn't have parents. No wonder you are not a parent anyway. And then after that, on Monday morning, because you have a health insurance, you are carrying these babies to the hospital, you want to use an insurance cover or policy as a shopping voucher. You want to take all drugs in the hospital. Just because the pharmacist called you and told you, hey, you know what, those drugs are back. You're going to take your 10 drugs for diabetes and hypertension, and then you take 5 drugs for your child, for allergies and antibiotics, original antibiotics, because you can afford it through insurance, right? And hospitals know, when you have a rich insurance, they target you. Oh, they'll give you the best drugs, best in quotes. Why? Because they're giving you originals, because they want to double the prices. And they want to drain that insurance because you will not ask questions. If you are paying in cash, you will know the pain. You'll use that money to fetch things from the market. So your child is given antibiotics, antihistamines every day. Tomorrow they're coming back, a skin problem. They are given those emollients. They apply, nothing is happening. Your daughter is always having painful cramps. And then after the cramps, you reward her with a whole box of pizza. Is it Terrific Tuesday or whatever? The one that they give you one pizza plus another one. This is a girl who has just suffered hormonal imbalance a week ago. Now you're telling her, oh, your menstruations are so problematic. Now that you've won the battle, let's go and enjoy pizza. Civilization, right? Children with pot bellies. Now cancer is in children. And now we're going to walk. We will walk all these distances, hoping that as we walk, cancer just melts. We walk that distance, we get tired, and as a family, we go and sit in Chicken Inn and enjoy the estrogens in that chicken. And then we walk home, and we seated there watching TV, hoping that we can see ourselves passing through the TV because it will be captured live on air, right? So that you can share it. You say, oh, I went for the walk. Some of you will be there with content creation, with cameras, with your iPhones, taking videos. Oh, this is a cancer walk. Hey. Anyway, vitamin A, it can terminate a pregnancy. Remember we said vitamin C has oxytocin-like effect? Vitamin A is actually one of the vitamins that is highly toxic because, again, remember we said the fat-soluble vitamins, they don't leave the body because they're not soluble in water. So they don't leave the body through the kidneys. So they are retained. So their chances of deficiencies is low, but their chances of toxicity is high because they are stored in the body. So getting a deficiency condition from fat-soluble vitamins is very rare, but their toxicity is very high. And the deficiency only comes in mostly at vitamin D. And vitamin E also because of lack of vitamin C. If you see any food product labeled on fortified with vitamin A or vitamin E or vitamin D, run away. Margarine is actually fortified with vitamin E. From where? And these guys are so smart. They knew fat-soluble vitamins require fat. And they convinced you that margarine is healthy fat. So you will know that vitamin E is actually coming from margarine. And when they bring that advert on television, they make sure that they put something here, and then there's a child who is growing so fast because of eating margarine, the other one has a stunted growth. And guess what? A parent will run to buy that margarine and feed it to the children. It's written on fortified with folic acid and vitamin E for growth and immunity with zinc. And you buy it. Crazy world. Fat-soluble vitamins are not in margarine. They are in, at least use butter. It's a saturated fat, okay? So yes, vitamin A can terminate a pregnancy, and also it is teratogenic. So if you're pregnant and you're on vitamin A supplements, drop them tonight because they will destroy the brain and the spinal cord of your child. Last one is vitamin E. High content of vitamin E acts the same way as warfarin. Madaktari kwa nyumba. Warfarin is the drug that helps you thin blood to prevent you from getting strokes. So yes, if you're not on warfarin, vitamin E can actually help you thin blood. So that means vitamin E can actually prevent you from getting heart diseases and strokes. But the natural vitamin E, when you take it as a supplement, excess of vitamin E, you end up getting a risk of actually getting bleeding from all orifices, your nose, your mouth, your gums, all over, because it thins blood. And for those parents or those people who are taking aspirin, and then you take vitamin E supplement, disaster. Those people who are taking warfarin to thin your blood, and you take vitamin E supplement, death sentence. Hello? So that's why I told you, if you want supplements, simply eat foods. Get the organic supplements. Please do that. But eating products from the industries and then heading to a supplement provider to give you supplements. You don't want to age, so you're taking vitamin A or vitamin whatever. You don't want hypertension, you're taking this. You have a whole mini pharmacy or a whole food industry in your home in form of supplements and medication. You're going to get medical and medicines interactions. We call it drug interactions. The drugs interact with other drugs interact with food, drugs interact with other elements and minerals. So that interaction is actually a dangerous one to you. So the more the drugs on your prescription, the dangerous that prescription is, and the more life-threatening it is. Number two, the more the supplements in your home, the more useless you are. The more useless you are, because supplements are actually foods. Why don't you just eat foods? Why would you wait for me to get vitamin B from an egg yolk, make it in the lab, process it and make it even more, and then bring it in a capsule and sell it expensively to you? Some of you have supplements from those companies that cost 25,000. 25,000. Do you know how much 25,000 is in terms of healthy foods? Hizo ni mikebe 25 za ghee. You can use them for about 2-3 years. 25 tins of ghee. 25,000 for a supplement that is just for the skin, or for the hair, or for whatever it is you're taking, or for the brain, and you're taking omega-3 supplements instead of just eating fish. Ay, nyi pia mna overdo. So amazing. Somebody told me, daktari, sasa zingine unaongea nikawa unatugombanisha. No, siwagombanishi, nawaambia ukweli wenu. I've been there. What lotion do you use on your skin? Sir, I don't use any lotion. I use coconut oil. I use coconut oil for my skin. But you see, the skin is not about the oil that you're using. The skin is about fixing the gut. Yes, now it's time for conversations. As we finish this up, allow me to bring in anybody who is requesting to be on conversation with us. And the first one here is Deritu Simon. Hey, amazing. It's been an hour and 32 minutes gone. An amazing one. Thank you so much. People on TikTok, I would like to get to 100,000. So just gonga to your kio. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to give us a super chat. You don't have to like anything else that we are doing. You just have to like the live and maybe share it. 100,000 is not a big number to ask, right? I am on vitamin. This is Gomotso Motate. I guess this is from South Africa. I am on vitamin D supplements for a year now because it's not getting better. Are you saying I must take it with vitamin C to help with the absorption? No, I'm telling you to simply eat fatty meats and enjoy the sun. That's what I'm telling you. Vitamin D comes from cholesterol, and then the sun activates it, and then the liver and the kidneys do the final activation. So simply go eat fatty meats, get it stored under your skin, enjoy the sun, bask on the sun. You'll get a lot of benefits from that. Yes, no, this one is still loading. Hiren, I use avocado oil on my face. Is it okay? Yes, it's okay. It's perfect. I normally buy roasted pumpkin seeds from supermarkets. Is that okay, Doc? They are normally green in color. Imagine that. I really don't understand why. Personally, I know pumpkin seeds are white. But I walk in supermarkets and I see green pumpkin seeds. and I'm told they are roasted. I'm like, okay. Buy a pumpkin, go boil it, boil plus the seeds, enjoy the seeds. It is that simple. Don't buy the lie. Yeah? Okay, don't buy the lie. Good. First one, Brian, here, Ran. Let's talk to Daktari. Here it's green. Where? You cut a pumpkin and get green seeds inside? Hey, that's amazing. I'm yet to see the green seeds of a pumpkin. I know white. Yes, Daktari.
Habari.
Nzuri sana. How are you, bro?
I'm fine, eh?
Yes.
So mine is talking about. I just wanted to contribute on the issue of medical health education. Eh?
Yes, please take the floor.
I guess.
Yes.
I guess that I don't know if it's like in a Zoya, like we have been using so much information until like correcting people is a problem.
Yeah.
Because you find that most people, like the same way you're saying.
Yeah.
The more expensive the supplement is, the more they trust the supplement.
Yeah.
The more expensive a drug is, the more they trust the drug.
Yes.
So you find that even if actually it's so difficult in this field when you're trying to do the right thing to a client because he's so used to the other side of medicine whereby wanaangaliwa kiatu and then they charge according to that. Eh?
Yeah, true.
So it's so difficult.
And
actually, I usually say for
just continue.
For those for those people who are like who cannot afford healthcare, they are unable even to pay for their bill and simple things.
Yeah.
But those people who can afford healthcare, they still don't get the best management just because they have a mentality about they want to look at. They want to look at how expensive a drug is.
Yeah.
They want to look at how the ambience. I usually tell people there is difference between a good hospital and an expensive hospital.
Mm-hmm.
The same way you're getting the service.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I guess Kenyans, you guys need to get the worst treatment because you have allowed good people, bad people to prevail and good people to actually, because it's so difficult. Actually, when you actually tell someone about those things like you can do this, take food, instead of supplementation and stuff,
yeah,
you feel like that person you have not really delivered the message. They feel like no, if I could have done maybe an omega-3 and actually, for instance, for an example,
yeah.
When I usually talk about those called liver oils and stuff, I usually tell people you can take this food and stuff, but they will not be convinced if maybe I say, take 7 pills, take Scott, So it means that if medical education is not well driven, then bad clinicians and doctors will actually prevail more than the good ones. Because the good ones with good intent, people think they are mad or maybe they don't know what they say.
Bro, that's the reason why I think we exist, because our intention is to bridge the gap. Because you see, these people, sometimes I think it's not their fault. They've been brainwashed by the same system, and they believe so much in the system. Because you know very well, when you tell a guy that you're a doctor, bro, they have so much belief in you. I was actually handling a consultation today in the evening before I started this live, and this gentleman was actually requesting me to actually talk to the mother and insist on how diets are so important, because if he does it, he has been doing it for the last 1.5 years. But if he does it, the mother thinks he's actually trying to deny him the money and sukari, Kijana yangu hataki kuniletea sukari, ananinyima kwa sababu amepata kazi huko Nairobi, kuna mwanamke huko anamwambia asinitumie pesa. So these people have been so brainwashed by the system that they actually trusted. And that's why we need to unlearn these things. And by the way, most of the people who are fighting the information that we are sharing, they are doctors. They are doctors because they know they've been living on this larger gap between them and the general public. They've been surviving on that gap. So if somebody just closes that gap, they are doomed. So they can't allow that to happen. So they will actually keep on demonizing you. But again, this message will have to get somewhere. And I've also experienced that during prescribing, bro, specifically when you're trying to prescribe on private hospitals, a client comes in, they even know their drugs. So So this client comes in and says, I want augmentin. Daktari, niandikie augmentin. And you see, they know they have a health insurance. So whatever they ask for, they will be given. And that's when they come in, the doctor knows this one will ask me for this. The doctor is already writing that. The doctor exploits them even further by sending them for useless tests so that he can convince their psychology that I have actually done a diagnosis on you. So by the time they are writing that augmentin or writing that Zithromax, that expensive and original antibiotic, bro, it came from the client. So these guys are tied because they cannot tell the client the truth. They are tied. And that's a challenge. And most of our clients are actually Google doctors. So they're coming there with Google information and they want to prove a point. So yeah, most of the ignorance, most people love their hell and they die from their own hell.
Actually, I usually say that prescribing is actually 10%.
Yep.
Treatment is, you find the source, you address the source, and then maybe if you're giving a medication is just for an acute cause, then lifestyle modification. And then people be like, no, but I was told I must be on this drug for 4 weeks. I've been told, and that becomes a problem. So I am urging those people who are listening to this live. I know those people who are listening to this live, they really care about their health.
Yep.
You should always be able to identify if someone is always adding medication on you. Someone is not telling you, okay, now we have pressure. We have started this. There are things that you can take, pumpkin seeds, all those things. If you find that your doctor is always adding medication on top of adding, because I've seen people come with numbness, they are diabetic, they are on metformin. No one tells them that vitamin B12 actually causes this. So at the end of the day, you find that they were diabetic, they were on metformin, they come with numbness, now they are on pregabalin, and they are on. No one tells them there is this drug that is actually causing this.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can do is actually take liver, cut on weight, do exercise, so that you actually control the diabetes, you actually control the numbness and the neuropathy. Yeah. So you find that if you find your doctor is always adding medication, you should start looking for a second opinion, because it means that either you are having a wrong management, or maybe they're using. Actually, I usually use the example the same way you said about insurance companies. People get, because now you have an insurance, you'll get 7 drugs that you actually do not need.
Yep.
You'll actually get, and then for those people who actually, because you have a good insurance, which should actually help you in terms of medication or in terms of management, you end up having a very expensive unnecessary drugs. Until when actually so many clients I've seen above 60, when they retire, we have now to change medications that are in chronically that they never needed for lesser drug.
I know,
that
bro.
now can work the same way.
Man.
Yeah, so Daktari, keep up.
Man, thank you
Keep up, Daktari. I usually enjoy clients.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for being here, and we appreciate your sentiments. That is Dr. Nganga from Health Talk. Those of you who know him through TikTok, you know him. This is a gentleman who is actually trying to spread the same gospel, and we celebrate people who are actually authentic and genuine, right? Yeah. Like drugs are supposed to come in, and hey, please, wacheni kwenda hospitali na kuambia daktari kitu ya kufanya. But I really pity doctors who are coming in, and I really pity your doctor, because imagine all this information that is coming in and these revelations that are coming in. Are they going to be able to handle you? Imagine you as a doctor coming in to see another doctor. Are they being, I think we're going to bring up a crop of people that is going to be very, 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 very dangerous to the health system. Some of these doctors will just run. You get into a consultation room and your doctor sees you and he just takes off and goes and just drowns in a river. Some of them will just die from depression, and you will still remind them, Daktari, you depression is not real. You are in depressed. Please come back and create. Just come back, apologize, and we move. We are raising a group of people. Hey, my friend, I'm already starting to experience issues with lecturers trying to actually victimize students just because they've been asked questions. Hey, kitawaramba, my friend. It will get difficult for you as a lecturer. It's going to get difficult. I can assure you, it's going to get difficult. Hi, hamtaweza. So you better adapt right now. You better just flow with the move. Just change. The truth shall be told. Yes, who is this? This is Lorraine Kalegi. Hello, Lorraine. Are you able to hear us?
Hello, doctor.
How are you?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Where are you talking to us from?
Thank you so much for the information. I'm in Turkey.
Amazing. Welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you so much for your information and how you're educating people online. Um, I've really liked your content. It is very amazing. It is awesome. It is opening us up.
Thank you.
But now I have one question.
Okay.
I have my parents. My dad is diabetic. And my mom has a problem which I really don't understand where it is coming from, because she has had this problem from 2018. And when it started, they said that it was brucella. But amekuwa on medication, on medication, shindano, dawa, and what have you. Until now, we have gone to different hospitals, nini, but you know, me, I'm a child, so nikiwambia watakuwa like, oh, we nyamaza, ujui nini, but it is just pissing me off, because she says she has a problem from the hip, the right leg, from the hip, and I feel pain from the hip to the thigh muscles, to the knee. And sometimes akikaa chini for a long time anafilio pain, akisimama anasikia kama anataka kuanguka, is like anateguka. So kindly, if you know about this, you can educate me. Thank you so much for the diabetic ones. At least I've gotten information from you, and I'm trying to manage it from that.
Good, you're welcome. First things first, there's somebody called Islamic religion. He has or she has actually corrected you. Your parents are not diabetic. They've been diagnosed with diabetes. So immediately you say, I am diabetic, you're actually identifying with the disease. It's difficult for you to treat it. On the flip side, I have done justice on videos and content on diabetes and hypertension. Please, if you can, and I know you're already watching those videos, the best thing you can do is to actually book an appointment with us. I can assure you, your parents will not listen to you. That's just the truth. They cannot listen to you. They can't. My parents did not listen to me until my dad got an enlarged prostate. I will tell you this for free. However much I'll sing here about diabetes to you, you cannot change their lives, because most people have their hell. The only problem is they don't know they are in hell. Okay? So they love darkness, and everybody loves the darkness. And even doctors are in the dark, and that's why we are capitalizing on this darkness, so that misery loves company. All of us are in the dark is okay. So it shall be difficult for you to convince them until they hear the real deal, because there's deep information about diabetes that when we expose it to them, they see the picture, they see what they are going through, they see the evilness of the system, and they unlearn. And once they unlearn, they become better people. So I would urge you, please use that contact there to just book an appointment, have this conversation with us, and please make it even a conference call so that they can be part of it. I can speak good Kiswahili. I don't promise though, but yes, I can try to make sure that my Kiswahili, hey, at least wanaelewa. You'll benefit from it, and you will thank me later. Trust me. It is difficult out here. I have parents who never listen to me. I have siblings who never listen to my stories until they started thinking, oh, by the way, anabadilisha maisha ya watu. You get that? Okay, by the way, people are talking about him. By the way, he's becoming famous. So I'm like, what? Famous? I'm not here for the fame. I'm here for the glory. We need to glorify God by doing what we do. So I'm not here for the fame. Ati my Swahili is comedy. Yeah. Ai. Najaribu sana. Mimi najaribu sana kuongea Kiswahili sanifu. Hii yangu ni mufti. Yeah, so tutasonga na Sauti Fitness.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, how are you, bro?
I'm fine.
Good. All is welcome. Welcome on board.
First of all, thank you so much.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to congratulate you for the good work that you are doing.
I appreciate, bro.
Yes, for the information that you are giving us every day. I'm a big fan.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
So I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to understand the difference between weight loss and fat loss. Is it one and the same thing, or there's a big difference?
I wouldn't want to classify it as a big difference. I'll tell you this, huh? Weight is not only in the fat. Weight is in the bone,
Okay.
weight is in the muscle, and weight is in the fat. But a larger percentage of the weight that people carry is in the fat. Why? Because they don't exercise, they don't have bone density, they don't have muscles. What they have is fat. So they have carbohydrates accumulating in the fats. And when they're
Okay.
trying to lose weight, what they're actually targeting is losing this extra fat that they are carrying. And you see, the liver stores the toxins in the fat cells. So when they try to lose the fat, they lose 50% of the toxins in their system. And that's the difference. There's a difference, of course,
Okay.
between losing weight and losing fat. But you see, losing fat will actually lose you weight. So if you're intending to lose healthy weight, you burn off the fat and then you build back weight through bone density and muscle mass through going to the gym, eating healthy and fasting. So yes, there's a good difference.
I understand now.
Yeah.
Asante sana.
Karibu, bro. Karibu. Thank you so much for coming in, bro. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Amazing, 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 amazing. Hey, huku nje si rahisi. Huku nje si rahisi. So you think now just because you watched Health and Wellness Sport and now you are equipped, you can actually run an argument with your mother. Your mother in the village anatarajia ama anategemea kwamba wewe utamtumia sukari. That's why they call it nitumie sukari. Send me some sugar. So you send them the money, they are so happy because they are going to buy sugar. And now you want to tell them, I'm not going to send you money, I'll bring you ghee. If you are a son, you'll be told, wewe, huyu mwanamke ulipata huko town ni shida. If you are a lady, you'll be told, pesa yako inaenda tu kwa wanaume. You're unable to settle with one man. Your money now goes to just men. So yeah, mothers are crazy sometimes. Yes, Dennis.
Hi, Doc. How are you?
All is well. You're live on air.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank you for the good job you are doing.
I appreciate, bro.
And you're very special. You are very special. You are more than others. You know, others, they tell people if someone have issue, you'll find me in Luduli, you third floor. But you share here for free.
Amazing. Room number 60.
Exactly. It's you whatever. But you are sharing for free. On Monday about the tallow and semen retention. You remember?
I do.
So I would like to tell people here.
Yeah.
They only need to catch few things. Like me, I've changed from the seed oil to tallow, which is very cheap. And I repeat that, it's very cheap.
Thank you.
Even my family, they are adapted to the tallow.
Yeah.
So these stories, it's smelling, what. You see, I'm waiting for you to finish the program here. I go and enjoy my semen retention.
Yeah. Amazing. Happy.
There's no need
to contraceptives.
There's no need to be pushed to do so that I can work. No, it's ready anytime.
Yeah, we celebrate a man.
Thank you very doctor. May God bless you, and people should take your whatever you're teaching here seriously. It will help. It is helping a lot of people.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Have a lovely night.
Good night too, bro. Go and enjoy your semen retention. Go and pound the yam. Man, it's amazing. And you see, hey, a lady once told me, daktari, hii story yako ya semen retention unasemanga. Mi kwetu kama kikundi ya wanawake, we know. When we talk amongst women, we know that if you're unable to ejaculate as a man, is either you've had sex with another man or with another woman, or you are a chronic masturbator. So like, if this is how ladies get it, in their chamas of theirs, they discuss this stuff, and that's the conclusion they come up with. So imagine how men are in trouble. Anytime you try to stop yourself from ejaculating, they're like, ah. Now the weird part is when somebody is trying to block themselves from ejaculating, that's the time this woman is rolling her legs over you, and this is the time the man is like, ah, hey. Now you're there telling me I had to retain semen. So in those chamas, ladies, those things that those thoughts that you have in your head, they're the nature of evil. Do not allow the devil to deceive you through your own thoughts. Imagination is evil. Your thoughts are evil because they're not even your thoughts. They are coming from other people. So stay sane from those evil thoughts. Imagination is not real. Please. Wachana na mambo mingi, eh? Mambo ni kunywa maji. Well, let's have about 3 more to go and then we call it a night. 3 people and then we call it a night, right? This is Audrey.
Hi there.
All is well. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I have a question.
Go ahead.
I've been trying to really be disciplined with your advices. I've been doing 0 sugar and fasting. So what is going to happen to my body? I'm really eager to know because I don't want to lose weight.
How much do you weigh?
I'm 77 currently.
Pardon?
I'm 77 kgs from 79 currently.
Why don't you want to lose weight?
Because I love my body like this, but I also want to eat healthy.
But
So if I avoid sugar,
but you either choose either health or love. Those two cannot be in the same bracket.
so the 77 kgs is a lot of weight for me.
The things that you love control you. And now you love your body. You love your body. So your body is actually controlling you through your own thoughts. So this is the reality. Ladies are supposed to weigh 70 kgs and below. That's the only time ladies are healthy. Now, of course, there are exceptions of these tall ladies and all that. But most ladies are supposed to weigh below 70 kgs for them to be free. So when you're saying, I want to lead a healthy life, but you don't want to lose weight, what do you mean?
Am I going to lose too much weight? If
How
I
much is
avoid
too
these
much weight?
sugars?
How much is too much weight?
I think 60 will be a little bit small for me.
What is your BMI?
If I get to 60,
Your BMI range, what is it?
I really don't know what BMI is.
Simply take your height in meters and then square that, and then take your body weight in kgs and divide with that meters square, your height in meters square, and then if it's above 24, you are overweight. Is that simple?
Oh, wow.
So you go and do the maths and see
Okay.
where you are, and then why are you living in the future?
What do you mean future?
Because you're saying, I don't want to lose so much weight. I don't want to lose. That's you in the future, right?
Yeah, like I'm really scared of losing a lot of weight. Like I really don't want to go below 77, you know?
But if you
I
say,
want to maintain, but still.
but you started by saying you have been taking my advice, right?
Yes.
What do I say about fear, anger, doubt, and worry? What do I say about them?
What did I do? I really never got that part.
But you've been listening to my advice.
Yes, but I mostly
Hey.
I mostly concentrate on the diet part.
No, you're lying. Because I've always stated that fear, worries, anxiety, living in the future, living in the past, all of them are the nature of evil. So you're allowing the devil to just settle in you and talk to you through your thoughts because you're thinking you have a future tomorrow. Do you have 10 minutes from now?
I really don't know if I do.
Do you have 10 minutes from now?
I really don't know if I do.
Do you have 10
I
minutes
hope
from
I
now?
do.
Do you have 10 minutes from now?
Should I say yes?
Do you have 10 minutes from now? I want you to give me an answer. Do you have 10 minutes from now? Do you?
Yes, I do. I think.
How do you know?
I really don't know. The future is unknown.
Amazing.
Anyway.
So do you have 10 minutes from now?
No, I don't know if I do.
You don't. So live now. Most people are so unconscious even in this moment. They are not living this moment. They are living in the future. Most of you are so constantly trying to please people through your ears. People are telling you because you lose weight, you lose nyash. If you don't have nyash, you don't have it. What you have is accumulated fat, and it has to go. If you are big, you have to lose that weight and get into a good body. But when people are talking to your ears every time, telling you, oh, if you lose weight, you lose nyash, these are people who are interested in your nyash. And let me tell you, most of them are men. And men, unless he's gay, he's not interested in that nyash. We don't use it anyway.
I see.
You get the point? So we are constantly being unconscious by living in the future that we don't even have. And then we are constantly listening to thoughts that are coming from people, which are basically evil. So people, and you said you love your body. A human being is only supposed to love God, and the rest shall be added. So when you love your body, you allow the body to control you. And whatever somebody says about your body affects you. Here. Okay?
But we also have to love ourselves.
But how do you know how to love yourself if you don't have love?
But I have that love. That is why I want to love myself first.
How do you know?
Then love God.
How do you know?
I know because I want to take care of my health.
Amazing.
That's why I'm here asking questions concerning my health.
No, being here does not mean you have love. There are a lot of people on this platform that are evil.
No, I'm saying I have love for myself. That's why I'm here to inquire about.
Where did you get the love from? Where did you get the love from?
I got the love from God, of course.
Okay. From God. Do you have anger?
Of course, I do have anger, a little bit of it.
Did you know anger is the nature of evil?
Do you have anger?
Just answer the question. Do you know anger is the nature of evil?
Yes, I know.
Can a heart that has anger, which is evil, still harbor God?
No, not really.
Exactly, because God is love. And you said you have love, and at the same time you have anger. So choose you.
So you don't have anger as a human?
No, I don't.
Are you sure you'd never get angry?
I just answered you. Don't you believe it?
Well, it's okay.
Amazing.
My question is answered.
Amazing. Let me tell you, ladies live in a lot of illusions in their heads. A lot of illusions in your heads. A lot of emotions. Love, love, love. There is nothing like love if you don't know God. Whatever you love controls you. If you love your body, that's where your God is. It controls you. And that's why you want to maintain the nyash, thinking that everybody's interested in nyash. Nobody is interested in that nyash. I mean, if you're born without, there's still people who will be interested in you without it. That's why everything gets into your head, because you allow the devil to deceive you through your thoughts and your imaginations. You're actually thinking you live in the future. You have a brighter future. You don't have a future. You have now. So fix you now. That's how you become unconscious. You're busy on the traffic jam, but you're so angry with other vehicles, you're not even living in that moment. You're not even conscious. Most of us are so unconscious, living in the past because of the traumas that we had uko nyuma. You are told you don't have a nyash uko in the past, and now you're carrying that burden all over. Instead of just forgiving the one who said that and moving on, taking your identity, you're carrying that all through. And now you're allowing that to control your future, which you don't even have. So you're not living in the present, you're not living in the past, you're not living in the future. You're nowhere. That is what we call unconsciousness. And for you to get out of that and see the light, you need to die of that unconsciousness. And how do you die of that unconsciousness? Forgive and move on. Fix you now. Live in the moment. Be conscious by living in the moment. Is that easy? But the moment you're living in the future, you're unconscious. The moment you're living in the past, you're unconscious. You don't know nothing about yourself at this moment in time. And that has to change. That has to change. When you start appreciating yourself now, you'll know the value. And if God gives you the grace to live tomorrow, you'll know you did something important now so that you can get a chance to live tomorrow. But most of us are always living in tomorrow, but you don't even fix now. It's crazy. So unconscious every other time. And I tell you, when you have fears, and fears of losing weight, you, instead of living healthy, because the body cannot lose you weight into underweight. What the body does is you will lose the extra fat that you've just accumulated by eating all these carbohydrates. And then you'll have the muscle mass, you'll have the bone mass. Now you start building up that through going to the gym, exercising, eating healthy, fasting, and doing all these things, sleeping, easing stress, cold showers. You start building up, and that's how you build healthy weight. But if you're not doing that, all you have is just fat. It is fat, and fat is 50% toxins. So you just are a moving toxin body. Okay? So yes, start fixing you. Fix you now. You have no tomorrow. Some people tell me, oh, I'll fast tomorrow. You don't have tomorrow. You don't have tomorrow. You have now. Do it now. Doc, can you please share some light about the parathyroid hormone? I've shared lights about the thyroid. I'll share lights about parathyroid sometime in the future.
Can you please share some light about the
Kindly, hey, Godi, please.
Hello, doctor.
Please mute your television or your YouTube. Allah.
Hello, doctor.
Man, you can't listen to a television and at the same time listen to me. I am the same person. So please, sir, please. 2 more people to go. Let's call it a night. God have mercy on our ears.
Yes,
Hey.
Habari.
Mzuri sana, Sonibik, how are you?
Been a while, fine, thank you.
Welcome on
And
board.
thank you very much.
Karibu.
Today you are attacking me. Today you are attacking me, I think.
Oh, am I? So listen to this, Sonibik.
Anyway,
They say,
first question I want to ask is, today I bought pure butter and ghee, pure ghee. But I see it has something called ethyl butyrate, and ethyl butyrate.
I didn't get that.
I bought a pure ghee, and I see it is saying it's 19.9%, and then there is something called ethyl butyrate.
Are those the only 2 ingredients?
Yes.
Use it.
It's okay.
Yes.
And then also I want to thank you for information, because I've been in fear also for many things. Especially when it comes to eating liver.
Why do you fear?
No, I used to think my kids cannot eat it, because one time I prepared and say she's allergic.
Okay. To the liver.
But now what I have done, with anger, I was always leaving it them angry. Now they're eating very well.
Yeah.
And I tell you, even the itching was always, she was always itchy. It has passed. She has no more itchy like body. She's eating very well now.
Oh, perfect.
So I took away the oils. I use only ghee, butter, and olive oil for dressing.
Yeah.
So I thank you very much for this information.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Solibik. Amazing.
And also for your cabbage. Also, I got the cabbage and the
amazing.
And coffee is very nice. Coffee is very nice. The coffee especially is very nice.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much, Solibik. Hey man. Ay. Thank you. Tulituma hiyo coffee, kumbe ilifika mazee. Now, somebody who is asking about the butyrate. It's not just plain butyrate, it's actually phenyl butyrate. Now, phenyl butyrate is actually a substrate in the urea acid cycle. And those people who have defective urea cycle, because this is a cycle that produces energy. Every carbohydrate, fat, and protein is taken into the Krebs cycle and the urea cycle to produce all these metabolites. And if you have any defects in the urea cycle, phenylbutyrate comes in handy in helping that. Okay, so yeah, it's a good thing. So it's not a criminal thing. Doc, please share some light on tobacco. Ile ya kulamba, no better word. I have become an enemy to a relative. Tobacco is tobacco, it has nicotine, whether it's the one ya kulamba, ya kuweka hapa ile ama ya kuvuta, it doesn't matter. Drop it. It's crazy, it's going to cause you problems. Just the same way cigarette smoking causes problems. Hello Doc, would you please recommend on the best cheese to use? I realize that most of the cheese on the stores are pasteurized milk. If it is pasteurized, run away. But anyway, look at the ingredients. Read the ingredients. If there are two, take it. If they are beyond that, leave it. Drop it. So last person here, I think last two people. And then we call it a night. We'll meet on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we have a testimonial Tuesday, so do not fail for that. Again, do not fail to subscribe on our platforms, YouTube, Health and Wellness Sport, Who's with Dr. Lewis Muchile, Health and Wellness Sport and Dr. Lewis Muchile on TikTok, Health and Wellness Sport on Telegram. Follow those platforms. You will never miss out on health information. Number 2, our online consultations always are ongoing in the evening. The contact that I've pinned on my platform on YouTube, use it. Also, the physical consultations that happen at the end of the month in Nairobi, please use the same contact to ask and do inquiries to book a slot. And also, the weight loss program that starts on Sunday, a 2-month weight loss program, a very good program. After the program, a lot will happen after that, so do not worry. Simply join into that by booking a slot through 0707 07 47 22. You will never. My weight loss programs are not just to help you lose weight. They educate you about diets, about your body and anatomy, about physiology. They educate you about the craziness in the system. And most importantly, we lose weight secondary to leading a healthy life. Okay, exercises, we talk about them. So we lose weight secondary to leading a healthy life. Therefore, there'll be no worries of, oh, I'll lose excess weight. We'll tell you how to maintain weight. We'll tell you how to maintain a life that is actually going to maintain you healthy weight. So yes, you can actually use this contact to just join in and have a conversation with us. It is so important that you join in, because when you do that, we actually grow together. And yes, you will love it. By the time you're getting out of that program, oh, you'll be a different person all over. So thank you for trusting us with your health. Yes, Mickey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine. All is well. How are you?
All is well.
Amazing. I didn't expect you to respond that way.
I know.
Good. You're on air. Talk to us.
First of all, before I say anything else, I would like to appreciate you for being here for us.
I appreciate.
Sometimes, okay, I've been outside the system for 8 years. Then I resumed like 2 months ago or so.
Okay.
Then sometimes I'm there looking at my fellow nutritionists giving counseling. I'm like, is this how ridiculous I used to sound those days?
Use the liquid oils. Oh, brown bread is better than white bread. I'm like, Mr. Nutritionist.
Yeah, I'm there keenly listening. I'm like, should I ask a question in presence of the patient, or just keep quiet?
I don't know. It's hard to just push this information in the health system. It's hard. But again, you have to stand by the truth. And actually, I think you should challenge them after them talking to the patient. You should actually challenge them on conversations, but don't challenge them with the intention of making them feel bad about what they did. Challenge them with just an intention of trying to learn something new. And then when they try to answer this, you simply try to open their eyes in a different perspective. If they refuse, well done. Pray for them that they can see light later on in life. Yeah.
Now I have some concerns.
Yes.
Not really questions, but some concerns. We were talking about vitamins and their toxicity. Then I was thinking, the guidelines that made the diets for pregnant women, did they consider that?
A pregnant woman is a multi-billion-dollar industry to the hospitals and to the big pharma at large. Therefore, guidelines which are coming from the same big pharma and food industry cannot consider anything called toxicity. They consider profits over your health. So yes, a pregnant woman is an industry, and that's what they see. They don't see the way you're seeing it. They don't care.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't understand it. Like we tell this literally, we've been telling these women, eat lots of fruits, add 2 meals to your usual meals, add some snacks to your.
And then we grow fat
At the end
pregnant
of the day,
women.
this woman is eating 8 meals a day.
And then we grow fat pregnant
Yeah,
women, and then diabetes
this
in
woman is.
pregnancy comes in, hypertension comes in, and then drugs. And then after that, they're still fat. They still blame it on baby fat. They're still diabetic. They're still hypertensive, and it's not going anywhere. And of course, now they become slaves.
Yeah, then this woman is eating 8 meals a day. I'm like, is she never going to do anything else? Is it just eating since morning to night?
8 meals, and you see, they don't know snacking is eating. So when they snack, they're still eating.
Yes.
Yeah, so some of them do
Exactly.
even 10 meals a day. And then they say, because I'm pregnant, if I don't eat, my child will starve, as though the child has a stomach like yours.
The guideline says 6 meals a day, then the 2 snacks. How many meals are those? Are they not 8?
Please say the pharmaceutical guidelines say. Yeah? I say eat for
Yeah.
2. Yeah? Hey, pregnant women are crazy.
Yeah,
and they have been made crazy. They're not crazy. They've been made crazy.
Yeah. And then the ones given the supplement, the ones starting with R, the ones with low HBs.
Yeah.
Then after a month, they come with a HB of above 11. Then the nurses are like, this worked. I'm like, madam, I did my work. This person added because I did that nutritional counseling. It's not this thing that worked.
I wish one day I can actually tell them, please just tell this woman to eat wheat, to eat all these bad foods, and tell them to take that supplement. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. It's non-absorbable.
And then, by God's grace, those 2 months I've been having so wonderful women, like ladies, pregnant women. They've been following everything, and they all come with a better HB. I've never seen anyone who comes with the same HB. They come with better one.
You will never see. And that's how health is. But you see, even when they come with the best HBs, some of them don't even believe what you're preaching. They see the results, but they don't believe it because they still have the worries and the fears. They don't trust you. They're thinking, mbona nafanya tofauti na system, because they still have that nature of evil inside them that was put in them by the healthcare system.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is about, I don't know whether I wasn't keen 8 years ago, but there is something that I think is causing some alarm. You see, children having deficiency of calcium, and those ones that are taking TB medications right now, the rate is too much. I think if I wasn't keen enough, then maybe that's all. But then I think there is something wrong.
I'm actually on the TB story, because I want to make sure that I have so much information about that TB story before I come and do a live on TB. So I'm actually on that story. So I'll hold my thoughts on that.
Okay. You see, if the hospital you are in right now, if you're dealing with children, you'll see the number of I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those children, as young as 9 months, this child has TB.
Crazy, right?
This child has delayed milestones. The child cannot even stand. The legs are too weak. They are on calcium supplements. They are getting D3 supplement. Where? You're like, what am I going to tell this woman?
Pregnant women should start eating foods instead of eating products. They are hurting innocent babies.
And then the ones that they're getting the relatives, the nuts.
Yeah.
Then someone comes from another hospital. Then you're trying to help this person, telling them, no, the things that you're doing, the medication and these relatives may not help the child. Can you consider a better diet? The person is saying, I was told about the diet. Can you just give me the nuts? I go,
Hey, on that note, I call it a night. So, Mickey, you have a good night. Thank you so much for coming through, okay?
Good night.
All right. Linda Tanui asked a question here. This is my second week following you, Doc. I thank God for using you in such a big way. I am a nutritionist and learning a lot here. I started the 2 weeks challenge and will be here with a testimony. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about people who are interested in writing those negative comments in the comment section. I'm interested in people who actually are willing to go the extra mile to try it on themselves, and when it works for them, they can actually now start practicing it. This is so amazing. Thank you so much, Linda. Go and change your life for the better, and you'll never regret that step. And now you'll become a better nutritionist. And now you'll start questioning the system. And now you'll upset people. And when you upset people, you don't get angry. You simply correct them and pray that they get to see light the same way you saw light. So we bless you and thank you so much for being here. So thank you so much, all of you who are here. A lot of requests were coming in. I couldn't hold them all, because if I do that, we can do a whole night here, and you know how health is deep and is actually personal. So thank you so much for joining in. Do not forget to subscribe to our platforms. We're going to take a rest during the weekend. We'll see you again on Monday with a topic that we will actually put out on the same Monday. We'll see you on Tuesday for Testimonial Tuesday. So start creating your testimonies for Tuesday. We'll see you on Wednesday for another live. We'll see you on Friday for another live. So next week, we're only resting on Thursday, right? Amazing. Amazing stuff. So thank you so much for being part of us. I hope that you can get to follow us. I hope that you can change your life for the better. And I hope that the information that we're bringing out can actually is actually being of impact to you and your family. So go change those people, watch our videos, enjoy them, like the videos, share the videos with all your friends and your families in those WhatsApp groups. And if you find them a little challenging, simply book an appointment with us. We can have a conversation about it. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Monday at 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time.